Hello, I'm Semily Sherry of Triple Moon, and earlier on in the year I promised that I'd be running an online intuitive tarot reading course in the autumn or winter, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So I wanted to just give you a brief taster of what you can expect from that. So what you won't be getting is me teaching you the standard meanings of what each card represents, because you can get that from the book that comes with your deck or from any other book indeed, and that's just about reading and building up a sort of library in your head of what the meanings are. What I believe is the magic of the tarot is when you can build a relationship with your deck, a personal and unique relationship with your deck. And so you start to develop your own meanings and your own understandings of the deck that you've chosen to use. And that brings me on to the first question, because I really believe that it's a sacred relationship between you and the deck. So it's really important that you choose a tarot deck that you love. The imagery has got to be inspiring and beautiful to you and draw you in. Now, I've got nothing against the Rider-Waite tarot deck. It is a brilliant standard. But once I came to wanting to read for myself and others, I just couldn't get on with it. I found it quite limiting. So I changed then to the Thoth deck, because the images were powerful and inspiring and they spoke to me in intuitive ways. So you need to find a deck that does that for you, that really catches your imagination and inspires you. Because it's a relationship, it really is. When you're reading, it's a relationship between you and your deck. You have to choose a deck that, as with any person, you really want to get to know better. So find a deck that really inspires you, that the imagery just appeals to you and speaks to your heart, and use that one. So when we're working with this course, you can have absolutely any deck. I'm not using a standard one. You can all be using your own personal choice. And then what we're going to do is start to build that relationship. So first of all, it's a conversation. So as well as you finding out about the deck, you can ask the spirit of the deck what it wants from you. How does it want to work? So this is a very intuitive course, intuitive being the key word. So we will be working with developing your intuitive connection and ability to tap into the information and images. We'll be using many different techniques, but they'll all be creative, right brain approaches to studying the cards, exploring the cards, extracting what they mean. So although we'll be looking a little bit at the structure, major, minor arcana, court cards, it won't be done in a this is what it means kind of way. It's all about you exploring and playing, because I believe that that's what creates a truly magical reading. You can give a good tarot reading by just learning the standard meanings and applying them to every deck you use. But if you develop your own unique, close personal relationship with the deck you're using, I believe readings just go on to a whole other level. There's a spiritual and sacred connection there that fires the intuition in a way that just learning standard meanings doesn't. So the other thing that we'll be covering is what I believe is essential to giving a really empowering reading for someone, yourself or others, and that's how to ask questions and how to design spreads to get the maximum out of the cards that you're using. And in that way, you can then really empower the person you're reading for in a very practical and helpful way, and get information that you perhaps wouldn't have thought was possible. So that's the other thing we're doing. And essentially, this whole approach then leads to new levels of clarity, and you get to the deepest truths of the cards, and it's your unique reading. So a meaning you may develop for a particular card may be completely unlike any other person uses for. But as you develop this relationship with the deck and your own personal exploration of the cards, that's what begins to come out. Because it's your intuition working. And then, of course, when you develop that intuitive instinct, you're also tuning into the person with whom you're working. And so you are picking up energy from them and intuition from them too. So if that sounds exciting to you, I'm going to be running it over October and November. At this point, I'm not exactly sure what the structure will be. I think it may be 4 Sundays, once a fortnight in October and once a fortnight in November. At the moment, I'm thinking 4 Sundays with 2 sessions on each day of 2 hours each. So there's a break in the middle to do some practical work and then come back and feedback. But that may shift and change. If you're interested and you're looking at this on Facebook, do drop me a private message or a comment below, and we'll exchange emails so you can have more information as soon as I do. If you're on YouTube, then follow the link to my website and drop me an email. I would love to hear from you. So that's what I'm planning for October, November. And I really look forward to seeing you there. So for then, I shall send you my love and blessings and see you next time.